Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mind Your Exam. In this video, we will be learning what are the generic naming conventions that are used while giving or assigning names to variables or while creating variables in the R programming language. Okay, so there are certain rules that you must follow when creating variables. The first rule is that a variable name can consist either of alphabets or of numeric digits or a underscore sign or a dot. Okay, so alphabets, digits, dot, and underscore are the only valid characters that are considered while naming variables in our programming language. Also, there is another rule that a variable name can either begin with an alphabet or a dot, and that dot must not be followed by any digit. Okay, so these two rules you have to keep in mind: what are the valid characters and what should be the valid first letter or first character of the variable name. All right, so let's see examples of certain variable names and find out why those are valid or invalid variable names. Starting with the first variable name, which is my underscore var 3 and dot. So let's see, it consists of alphabets, then an underscore sign, then a dot and a letter, right, and a digit. So all these characters are valid characters that are allowed while naming variables. So when I execute this statement, you will get the value that is assigned to this variable, and the R language has accepted this variable name as correct. Now coming to the second variable name, this consists of alphabets and a percentage sign. So the only special character allowed in variable names is either a dot or a underscore. So this is an invalid variable name, as you can see here also with the cross sign that is being shown by the RStudio. So here when I execute both these statements, rather when I execute the first statement only, you will see unexpected input in this particular statement, and when I execute the print statement, it will also generate an error because the variable name has not been correctly defined, so no value has been assigned to it and it cannot be printed. Now coming to the third variable name, which is to my var. Now in this case, again you can see a cross symbol because we know that variable names should either start with an alphabet or a dot, and that dot should not be followed by a digit. Here the variable name is starting with a digit. So this is an invalid variable name, and when I execute both these statements, you can again see that on executing these statements we are getting an error. All right, coming to the next variable name, which is dot my dot var dot. In this case we do not have any underscore or a digit, but the variable name is starting with a dot, and this dot is being followed by an alphabet. There is no digit, so again these are valid characters and a valid variable name in R. Let's execute these statements and see the output. So when I executed this, the variable was created and the value 4 was assigned to it, and then the value of this variable was printed. The output is 4, as you can see on the screen. Coming to the next case, here again we are getting a cross sign in front of the statements. Now this is a feature of RStudio. If you are using another platform to implement R, you might not get these signs. So you must know the naming conventions yourself. Here also the problem is with the starting of the variable. The start of the variable should either be an alphabet or a dot that is not followed by a digit. Underscore is not allowed in the beginning. Okay, so here also when we execute these two statements, we will get an error. The last is the case where the variable name starts with a dot and that dot is being followed by a digit. In this case also, R will not accept this as a variable, as a valid variable name, and will throw an error when you execute these statements. So I hope you have understood all the different cases for naming variables in R. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video. Mind your exam.